Good afternoon. We are live, re-streaming, and I'm going to be talking briefly, or maybe not so briefly, about Colonel Matt Urban. Colonel Matt Urban, the hero that we nearly forgot. Not exactly a review of this book, but the Matt Urban story. Again, I've talked about this a few times on YouTube. Matt Urban is pretty much virtually unknown in American society, even though he is probably more than likely America's most decorated soldier. So his medal count, which will anger some people, is either at least equal to or superior to that of the movie star and also war hero Audie Murphy, though nobody knows about it. Colonel Matt Urban, unbelievable. There's a few books about Matt Urban, but as you can see, it's it's not a big it's not a big publishing company kind of book. And I just was at the post office not too long ago, and I'm seeing postal stamps for cappuccinos today, and a tiger. I love tigers too, but there's not one for somebody like this gentleman, which I don't mind saying. And it's a slap in the face of Mr. Urban, and dare I say, the Polish American people as well. I don't know if he'd see it that way. I'm seeing it that way. Very interesting. For God and country. Let's talk about this guy. And Jimmy Carter did see to it that he got his Medal of Honor that brought him over the top. I urge you to check out this book and any information you can get on. I'm again giving out the call to the Polish American people to give me a shout. Some friends of his and relatives have said hi on here. And let's see if you can get back to me, and let's continue trying to put out the word any way we can. He was a boxing champion, a boxing instructor. He went to Cornell University, and was huge in World War II. What say you? Anybody else on here? Any Polish people on here? Polish Americans. Matt Urban. I was just inspired to talk about this because, again, I was just recently back from in between work here, errands and working. And for my work, I had to go to the post office. And I noticed no Matt Urban stamp. There is Lieutenant Colonel Matt Urban Center that helps troubled people in Buffalo. And that is wonderful news. The greatest soldier in American history is indeed how President Jimmy Carter did talk about Matt Urban. And as I say, every time I get on here, Um, it's unknown. Lieutenant Colonel Matt Urban, the greatest soldier in American history, is how President Jimmy Carter described Lieutenant Colonel Matt Urban on July 19, 1980, while presenting him with the Congressional Medal of Honor for his heroic actions during World War II. It has taken 35 years for this recognition of venerated feats in World War II. It came after officials discovered they mistakenly had overlooked awarding the medal to Urban. And there's like a battle between guys who are fans of Audie Murphy and they have YouTubes for him, and they go to President Obama and they kind of rally for him. They say, oh, Urban chased it and Audie didn't even want it. He didn't want his. Incidentally, I'm also a huge fan of Audie Murphy, and he's a tremendous guy and an actor. But he was a different type of PR person. The position of the Poles in World War II was extremely uncomfortable because the Soviets oppressed them deeply and attacked them, but they were a needed ally to the United States. So Poland was between a rock and a hard place, and World War II was not good for them in any way at all. In fact, it ended Poland as we know it. I'm going to rap about World War II one time, and hopefully people jump in with that one. Though his exploits on the World War II battlefield earned a greater number of citations than those of the legendary Audie Murphy. A lot of people say this. I agree with this. The award nomination his battalion commander wrote for him prior to being killed in action never reached the headquarters of the 9th Infantry Division in Europe. When a review of Urban's records in 1978 revealed a copy of the prose letter, President Jimmy Carter resolved to correct the administrative error and awarded Colonel Urban this medal. Colonel Matt Urban was born on August the 25th of 1919 in Buffalo of Polish immigrants. He was raised at 1153 Broadway and attended the Buffalo Public School 57. Okay, I'm drifting too much. Typical of Urban's service and actions on D-Day, where he landed his men at Omaha Beach, he suffered a broken leg landing mishap. But with his men trapped on the beach, Urban got on top of a tank and led them in an attack on German positions off the beach.